Listeners who didn't wish to hear about such things should turn off their radios.
Welcome back to Predictorama 2023, where I make questionable predictions about innovation, big tech, and the like. And this year, I provided 7 predictions about big tech that cover everything from AI to social platforms and everything in between. And so with no further ado, let's jump into this year's 6th prediction. A deepfake will lead to an international political incident. Deepfakes have, of course, been around for at least a decade now. This Obama deepfake is 5 years old at this point. It's old news. So much of this tech has actually become so commonplace that they're standard features in nearly every social app. Millions of people use them every single day. So again, nothing new. So why is this more likely to happen now than it has in the past? Well, there isn't just one reason, but rather a convergence of forces. First of all, you have the step-order rise in both textual and visual AI that have emerged over the last 4 months with tech like Chat GPT and Midjourney. I mean, even today, Midjourney can create images that are shockingly realistic and compelling in only a matter of seconds. It's nothing short of remarkable. And though images are amazing, being able to generate videos in a similar fashion is really just a matter of processing power, because videos are really nothing but 24 images stacked back to back to back every second. Technologies like Genmo and others, they're already doing this, and it's only going to mature. Put in text, get an image, generate an animation of that image. I mean, the pieces are already there. And when you add to that tech like Chat GPT, you can get reasonably well-written content in the voice of nearly anybody on Earth, all in just seconds. For example, I asked Chat GPT to write 2 tweets about AI. One of them I wanted to be written in the voice of the evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins, and the other to be voiced as comedian Pete Davidson. And it's incredible that even in this really simple example, the system is starting to get some of the nuances and motivations of each of our hypothetical authors to be generally correct. Dawkins, of course, focused on AI as being the next step of evolution, and Davidson made a pretty decent robot dog joke. Said simply, they're believable. You know, it's astonishing how fast ChatGPT is growing, both in adoption and in maturity, because again, they garnered 1 million users in 5 days, which is a record. They have a pre-IPO valuation of $29 billion, and they continue to undermine some of our most trusted institutions every single day. I mean, just this week, ChatGPT was used to falsely get admitted into Wharton, and they also passed a medical review. So I'll say it again. The content, it's believable. But look, almost everybody's at least heard of ChatGPT and Midjourney at this point. They've gotten all the coverage, and with good reason. But at the same time, there's also been a tremendous amount of advancement that's happened in the world of voice and conversational AI. So if you think about technologies like Alexa, Siri, Bixby, etc., these AI-generated voices, and you see what's been happening under the hood there, that technology has evolved radically. In fact, I've spent the last 7 years or so in the world of voice and conversational AI, and I've seen firsthand some technology that's been mind-blowing. From replicating any celebrity's voice to helping people with speech handicaps regain their ability to speak. What's been happening in the world of voice over the last couple of years is absolutely incredible. For example, here's synthetic Jay-Z rapping the book of Genesis. You're welcome.
Face of the deep, and the spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light."
I could spend the next hour talking about advancements on the AI and software side of deepfakes and synthetic media. The past 4 years have been nothing short of remarkable, but there's also been incredible advancements on the hardware side of things as well. Every smartphone these days comes with some form of facial recognition software that continues to mature with every release. Take, for example, Apple's TrueDepth. You know, that tech that allows you to use your face to open your phone and also pay for lattes of that thing? Well, that tech, it doesn't just take your picture, but rather it captures the topography of your face. This is part of what allows Apple's emojis to be mapped with your facial expressions. Also, similar technology to this is what social uses for face filters and all this stuff. This technology has radically advanced. Okay, so let's put all that together. Image generation AI has advanced such that you can replicate anybody's likeness in a matter of just a few minutes. And videos are just images in sequence, and the technology for that is emerging really, really quickly. At the same time, textual AI has matured to a revolutionary level with Chat GPT, which is allowing for near real-time generation of complicated ideas in the style of nearly anyone. Also, voice AI has matured to an absurd level where you can replicate anybody's voice with only a few minutes of listening. Hardware has also advanced to enable the mapping of gestures, emotions, and the like on top of these artificially generated substrates. So when you take these emerging technologies and you pair them with social, you have the perfect storm for manipulation at scale. There are countless ways this could manifest itself, but I'm most worried about two. First, on the international front, I could absolutely see a dictator use this kind of technology to manipulate and radicalize its citizens. When you look at what Putin, for example, has been doing with the manipulation of media there in Russia to try to justify the war in Ukraine to its citizens, if he had this technology, he would absolutely use it. With it, he could create any scenario he wants to and further substantiate it with any number of facts at any time. Look, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but this doesn't just seem possible, it seems plausible. And domestically, I'm concerned with similar tactics within QAnon and similar groups to substantiate any ridiculous conspiratorial claim.
Oh, I'm so close to solving this crime, I can almost taste it.
If we've learned anything over the past couple of years, it's this: that social media's recommendation engines are dangerous, and they create echo chambers that radicalize otherwise rational people. A little disinformation seems to go a really long way. It doesn't take much imagination to see how a real-time deepfake in social would just pour gas on that trash fire. Any absurd claim could be substantiated with a real-time clip pretty easily. Look, I've made this prediction 5 years in a row, and I've gotten it wrong every single time. You know what? I hope I get it wrong this year again. With the evolution and convergence of all of these technologies, with all that stuff mixed with social media and explicitly controlled media, all of those variables together, it just seems like we're hitting a tipping point where eventually this one's going to come to pass. We'll see. If you like this content, be sure to check out my other prediction videos in this year's Predictorama. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that stuff. I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.